In the midst of the measles outbreak in the Northwest, Oregon lawmakers are considering a strict vaccine bill that would require more parents to immunize their kids. They cite the overwhelming scientific consensus that vaccines are safe and save lives.
Although in Salem today, a crowd did gather to oppose that very bill. Let's get to Fox 12's Nora Hart, live now in studio to tell us more on those arguments and how that all unfolded today, Nora.
Well, with the recent measles outbreak, everyone's been talking about vaccines recently. It seems like local health officials say most of those who came down with the virus here locally were kids who were not vaccinated. But today, several gathered to stand against a bill that removes many exemptions for parents who do not want to vaccinate their children. Hundreds of people were at the state capitol today to protest Oregon House Bill 3063. Under that bill, only kids with a medical diagnosis would be exempt, which means religious or personal beliefs would not be considered. Some parents feel that bill would infringe on their parental decisions. One local mom says she thinks her son was negatively affected by previous vaccines.
He had seizures at 3 months old and 5 months old. Called my doctor, told him about it, and it was nothing to be alarmed about. At the age of 5, he was diagnosed with anxiety disorder, ADHD, and autism.
We do want to note that recently the results of a decade-long study in Denmark were released showing that the MMR vaccine did not increase the risk of autism. Meantime, several local doctors and even nurses are standing against HB 3063. We spoke with the local pediatrician who says he is not anti-vaccine, but he thinks more studies and research needs to be done on long-term effects of vaccines.
The challenge we have with the vaccine data is that they have not done a single study comparing the CDC schedule with unvaccinated children. So imagine the tobacco industry back when they were telling us it was safe to smoke cigarettes, and the tobacco science would say, well, if you smoke 1 pack a day compared to 2 packs a day, and we'll look at your outcomes a year later, no one died, therefore cigarettes are safe. This is the kind of data we're getting about vaccines being safe when there hasn't been a single study on safety. So all I'm calling for is let's get the data.
If the measure passes, a healthcare emergency would be declared to make sure all kids who are not vaccinated would be, so they can continue to go to school and daycare. Meantime, we've heard from several public health officials recently, including the U.S. Surgeon General, who traveled to Clark County this week to discuss the importance of vaccines. And this also comes as the World Health Organization listed vaccine hesitancy as a top threat to global health for the very first time. Live in studio, Nora Hart, Fox 12 Oregon.
President Trump's former campaign